Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about conditioning your plants that you've grown indoors before you plant them outside. You've probably heard people talk about conditioning their plants and maybe wondered what that was. When you grow plants indoors from seed, they are in a controlled climate, a controlled environment, meaning you can control the temperature to a certain extent. You are controlling the light with giving them a certain number of hours of these grow lights, and you're controlling their water. You're controlling everything about these plants. Before you plant them outside, you want to slowly integrate them into that outdoor climate. So that's what I'm going to show you today. It's an easy process. It just requires some time. I'm starting with this grouping of plants today. And these are a variety of plants. Some of them are vegetables, some of them are herbs, and some of them are flowers. It works the same way for any type of plant that has been grown indoors. What I don't want to do is this. They have been growing under grow lights, like I said, in a controlled environment. And if I were to set them out in the direct sun, it's like you going outside after being inside all winter and you going outside on the first bright sunny day without sunglasses. It's really harsh and your eyes would need a lot of time to adjust. So that's what these plants need too. So we're not going to put them in the direct sun. We are starting these in a shady area. So they are going to slowly get used to the outdoor light because they are still getting light, they're just not in the direct sun. The other thing, and you probably noticed this when I set them in the sun, we are still having our windy spring days. So even though I have had a fan going on them, which helps them become stronger and get used to the wind, I don't want them to be sitting in an extremely windy spot. So I'm going to tuck them into this corner over here. That way they're getting a little bit of the breeze and they're getting some of the light, but they're not getting direct hits with a lot of wind that could, number one, damage the plant. That's the most important thing. Our winds can shred these leaves, can break a plant's stem if it's not strong enough. So this is just helping them get stronger and more acclimated to the outdoor environment. The way I like to get my plants acclimated is by bringing them outdoors and again protecting them from the direct sun and the direct wind. But first day I bring them out for a couple of hours and then I bring them back inside. And then the next day I bring them out for 4 hours and bring them back inside. And then the following day, 6, 8, and I tend to think that by the time they've been outside for 8 hours, they're acclimatized and they can be planted out. Now, here's an exception. If we are still here in the high desert having extremely windy days, I am not going to plant them because I've made that mistake early on in my years of gardening here, and my plants just get shredded to pieces and I don't have any fruit. So I don't want to spend all this time of growing them to these nice healthy plants like this pepper plant to plant them out too early and have the winds just shred them. So it's not just about your average last frost date. It's also about other factors that could damage your plants. And it's as simple as that. So day 1, 2 hours. Day 2, 4 hours. Day 3, 6 hours. And day 4, 8 hours. Then again, check the weather. If it's going to be an extremely windy day, you might not want to plant something like a pepper plant or a tomato plant that can't handle that wind. These rosemary plants, on the other hand, could handle winds, and so they could be planted out. So there's no 1 or 2 fast rules. There's always exceptions, and make sure you just pay attention to the weather in your area. I hope this video was informative and enjoyable. Thanks for watching and have a great day.